Hey everybody, Wolfie here with this nice halo behind me. I almost look angelic if not for the Jack Nicholson evil grin. Well, how the heck is everybody this morning? I'm off to the ophthalmologist to, make sure that my eyes are still in my sockets. It's the annual checkup for eye issues from being pre-diabetic. Gotta, honor Wilford Brimley's memory and go get my diabetes checked. That's basically what this amounts to. Had a really messed up day yesterday. Nothing to do with work. My first day at the new job was great. I think I'm gonna fit in really well with this group, and the work looks fun. So, yeah, that isn't the issue. It's more personal stuff going on that I don't want to talk about because I've gotten most of that out of my system now. Talked through it with a friend of mine and my parents yesterday and that kind of shit. But suffice it to say, I guess Nicole turned out to be pretty goddamn hateful and spiteful. More than I realized. But it should make the divorce easier. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. So, yeah, new job's going well. The one thing that cracked us all up yesterday is Macs really suck. I just gotta say it. Mac OS is still terrible, and the Macintosh experience is just garbage. So I opened up, I unpacked and started setting up this MacBook Pro, a brand new machine out of the shrink wrap, a brand new installation, never been touched before, and cranked it up, got everything set up. The first thing that happened is that it cajoles you into making an Apple ID, your identifier for all things Apple. Ding. And I tried 3 times on the laptop itself to get the account created, and it just kept saying, your Apple ID cannot be created at this time, please try again later. So I go and look that up, and it turns out it's a very specific error which they say nothing about on the error screen. The Mac just says, couldn't do it right now, sorry. But the error message only comes up when you've exceeded the maximum number of Apple IDs that you can create on a single piece of Apple hardware. Apparently there's a limit. So, fuck the resale market. And the limit is 3. So you can only ever create 3 Apple IDs from any given piece of Apple equipment. And that got me thinking, so this thing's brand new. It's obviously never been touched by ungloved human hands. And how is this limit already hit? Because it should have 0 on, created IDs so far. But anyway, apparently it's a bug. Go figure. Like Apple screwed something up, and some MacBook Pros have their limit set to 0. So, whatever. The fix for that was to go on my Windows PC to apple.com to create my Apple ID. And that all worked, and it went through fine. And then I was able to log in with it on the MacBook. Apple engineering, guys. So next, I got logged into the thing, and I'm starting to get things set up. First thing it does is it pops up and says, oh yeah, there's a system update, brand new upgrade, new version of Mac OS, you're running Catalina, and this new one, Jesus, get that fart can away from me, my God, put a real muffler on that car. That's backfiring too. Anyway, yeah, it goes, yeah, I'm running Catalina, but I have Big Sur available. Big upgrade. You should install it. Dumbass me, who hasn't touched a Mac in like 8 years, goes, okay. I let it install all its updates. It takes an hour to upgrade the OS. Now, I really hate saying that Windows is better at something than Mac OS, but I don't think it's been years since I've seen a Windows update take an hour. And don't even get me started on Linux. I'm being silent so you can hear that car. Now, it's a Hyundai, and I was out accelerating it. I'm in a fucking Prius, and I was going accelerating faster than he could get that fart can going. Cracks me up. Anyway, so the Mac does its upgrade and it reboots and it sings its own praises. Hey, I'm running Big Sur now. Look at all this new shit. Which I don't care about, so I close it all. I'm like, yeah, shut up. I've got software to install. So I go about setting everything up that, the job says I'm going to need. They gave me a list of software to throw on the machine. A piece of cake, right? So I spend a few hours, get things all set up and comfy. At least for now. And then I report for work yesterday and sit down. We're chatting with everybody. Everyone welcomes me aboard and all that jazz. And then we get to work getting the last of the environment set up, including a VPN, because obviously, you're gotta work safely and securely. So we get the VPN software installed, and he sends the config file over to me and to another new guy who started the same yesterday, same as me. So we get the config files loaded, and then we click activate or connect to the VPN. And it gets connected, no problem. No network. Nothing works, literally. So, absolutely nothing functions, except pings. If I ping by IP address, I can get out. But name resolution doesn't work. Can't load websites. Can't FTP. Can't SSH. Can't do anything. So we rack our brains on this for 2 or 3 hours and finally come to the conclusion, through other people reporting the same problem, that Big Sur, the big Mac OS update, disables network extensions completely. And Apple didn't document this. They just took it away silently for the new release. And that means that literally nothing can reach into the kernel and make network configuration changes. So that breaks practically every VPN product on the market, free or not. So the only fix is to downgrade back to Catalina. And the only way to do that is to boot in recovery mode, format the goddamn hard drive, and install from scratch. So everything I spent time working on and getting set up, all for naught, complete waste of time, had to start over and set the machine back up again from scratch. Except this time, don't let it upgrade to Big Sur. Fuck you, Apple. There's a reason I stay away from this garbage. But, we talked about that a little bit. And, the JT didn't sound like he was surprised by this behavior. And he's like, Apple does this shit all the time. And I started to muse aloud, how do they keep getting away with it? And all three of us realized the answer was, at the same time, is just people keep buying it. No matter how bad Apple fucks something up, people keep buying their garbage. But, stuck with it, so I'm going to use it, do what I can with it. I don't know. It's like Apple is in competition to be worse than Microsoft in terms of software quality. And of course their hardware is questionable too. The MacBook that I have, physically it looks very nice. It's very thin, very light. The keyboard is comfortable. It's got a very nice touchpad. And it's even got that little neat display ribbon on the top of the keyboard that can, show different stuff. It's touch sensitive and all that jazz. So, I mean, it's a neat piece of gear, except you can't open it. You can't add memory. You can't swap out the hard disk or the storage, and you can't replace the battery. So it's a $2,000 piece of equipment, but it's not serviceable. You have to take it to a Genius Bar at an Apple store to get it looked at if it ever breaks, which is kind of bullshit. Wait a minute. Yes, okay, this is the correct lane. It's been a while since I've been to the eye doc, and I'm trying to forget how to get there. No, this is the same doctor who did my eyelids. I'm not sure if you can see them when I close them. There's a little scar there on both, and that was to get rid of excess skin on my upper eyelids because they were drooping enough that it was interfering with my vision, my peripheral vision. And we had to jump through some hoops to prove to the insurance company that it was medically necessary. But we did, and I went and had that surgery. That was some creepy shit. I was awake for that. And you may want to stop watching this video if surgery stories freak you out. But so they kept me awake. Of course, they anesthetized me anyway. So I'm certainly not sober and conscious. I'm sort of like in this dream state that I can hear them, I can answer their questions, and I do remember everything that happened. But I was just like, whatever. We can do this. And they injected local anesthesia, so I couldn't feel my eyelids because they're going to cut into them. So she deadened the eyelids, and then she got started. She told me to look down, or close my eyes and look down, and that didn't work, of course. I ended up just looking straight ahead. And so when you close your eyes, I don't know what you guys see, but if it's light out, I see kind of this, it blocks a lot of light, but not all of it. So there's like this kind of reddish brown, you're looking at the inside of your eyelid and you can see it. So it's like just a bit of flesh tone in shadow, because there's obviously no sunlight in there. But yeah, it blocks most of the light when you shut your eyes, when you close your eyelids. Well, my eyelids were closed, and she said, okay, here we go. And I couldn't feel pain because they deadened it, but I could feel pressure. And sure enough, I felt pressure on my right eyelid, and it, like this. And then about halfway through her slice, the skin peeled apart, and I could see again. I mean, there was light. I couldn't actually see through it because I think there was a membrane still there, but boom, it just suddenly popped open, and my eyelid was no longer blocking light. Oh my God, that was freaky. Holy shit. Oh, that freaked me out. Now, I was, of course, doped up, and I didn't squirm or go or anything like that, but I kept quiet. I stayed still because fucking knife on my eyeball, don't move. So I think I do remember saying, oh, that's weird, and they just kind of laughed, said, yeah, everybody says that, it's all right, we're almost done. And sure enough, she cut out a little flap and then stitched what was left back together. And then she did the same thing for the other eye, and I experienced exactly the same thing on that, and again said, oh, that's so weird. And she stitched it back up and said, okay, it looks good, you're a great patient, wheel you over to recovery. And the process, I think the procedure took like 15-20 minutes. It was real quick. And it worked. I can open my eyelids further, and I don't look as dopey. He says as he sits here looking dopey. And I can see a little better. So it paid off. But damn, was it creepy at the time. Yeah, it was an experience for sure. But yeah, this is a good doctor. She definitely knows her stuff. If memory serves, the anesthesiologist was pretty nice too. They all had a good sense of humor in the OR. That's always a plus. Because I think it reduces stress. If you're in an operating theater and your surgeon has an attitude and he's being an asshole, and the staff are all surly and treating you like dirt, that raises tension and stress. But, when they wheel you in and dope you up and they're laughing at your stupid drunk jokes, then I think it makes a big difference and makes you a better patient, makes for a better procedure. School zone 15. The folly of youth. What is that? It's an elementary school. They're young and foolish yet. Enjoy it while you can, kids. It gets worse when you're out on your own. Reminded of the old Dennis Leary song, life's gonna suck when you grow up, when you grow up, when you grow up. Life's gonna suck when you grow up. It sucks pretty bad right now. Nah. I'm actually doing okay. I think life's pretty damn good right now. And really the only nuisance in my life is being handled by an attorney. So, I just had to trudge through some documentation yesterday that I hadn't really gone through until yesterday, and it hurt like hell. But it'll help my case. So, it had to be done. I did tell my lawyer, I feel like shit now, and I think I need a drink. I'll finish this tomorrow. Haven't heard back from them, but I don't expect them to say anything but, yeah, sorry we had you do that. But it needed to be done. Oh, it's not 15 anymore. I'm going to go 25. Well, haven't gotten there yet, but 7 minutes early. Is gut. With a bit of luck. Oh, hey, the mirror clock is wrong. I'll have to fix that. With luck, I'll be able to finish this in maybe 20, 30 minutes, and then get back home in time for the stand-up at 10. Winter Park Ophthalmology. Now you know exactly where I am. Although I don't know that I'm going to upload this until I'm home, so stalkers can't find me. Yeah, I don't have stalkers. I'm not that cool. Well, I'm going to start encoding and uploading all of the Fire Emblem stuff so far. Like over 55 hours of gameplay now. I routinely get like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 viewers. So nobody likes this on stream, but maybe it'll work out better on YouTube. Who knows? But expect that to be coming in the following few days. And until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you later.